Hello and thank you for watching. So the other day I was out in my Humvee and it wasn't very hot out, but I noticed my fan was staying on constantly. I tested it out and what I came to the conclusion of is that it would turn on at any temperature above 175. Now because the thermostats on these vehicles are so high, the fan was always on while it was running at operating temperature. Now this right here is called the fan switch commonly, but it's a switch that goes into your water manifold. It's fed 24 volts, and when your water gets too hot, it shuts off that connection and grounds it. So that's important to know. My winch runs off this, and I also run some electronics off this. Now what's good to know is your wrench will operate off this 24 volt source, but as soon as your water temp gets too hot or another Murphy switch down the line cuts that connection, your winch won't work and your fan will turn on. Right there, as you can see, those two plugins right there are for my winch. This is where I'll be testing the connection because I know this is on the other side of the fan switch in the water manifold there. I know that if the water switch sending unit is bad, it will ground this connection and I will lose voltage right there. So I'll unplug those and test those. That right there is another good part to know. That is what they commonly refer to as the Cadillac valve or Cadillac switch, I believe. But what that does is that feeds hydraulic pressure to your fan. So when this circuit does not have any voltage to it, that engages, sends pressure to the fan and engages your engine fan. Right next to that unit, here I'll come back here a minute, you can see it right next to there, there's a little black box, and that is your time delay module. That I do need to replace because my fan turns on and off way too fast, but that just delays the time frequency from when your fan engages to when it disengages. That way it's not constantly going on and off, on and off. So what I'll do now is I'll pull the connections here, I'll start testing them, and depending on what I find, I'll order the parts needed and move ahead with repairs. So I was able to order the new part that I needed to fix the problem. It's right here, and it's commonly referred to as a engine fan shutoff switch or a fan switch, but I'll provide a link down in the description to the cheapest ones I could find online. Now of course these are federal parts, so they're all the same. And besides that part, I'll be using a little bit of silicone or screw to fix some electrical cables, 7/8 N wrench to remove the old one and put the new one back on. I don't have some dielectric grease here, but I'll be using that for the connections, and of course some zip ties to put the wiring harness back together. So all these parts and tools, except for the wrench, will, of course the generic stuff will be in the description, and we'll get started here. Down in the description, I've provided links for the most affordable and highest quality tools and parts that I've used in these videos, so feel free to check those out. If you have any comments, feel free to post them in the comments section. I'll try and answer them as soon as possible. Like this video if you like it, and if you haven't yet, subscribe and get future updates whenever I post a new video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.